Hi, Lynn Roxy with Roxy Piano Lesson number 8. You'll learn when the saints go marching in. It begins with the interval of a third. Da-da, that's what that sounds like. You'll learn a dotted half note. Dotted half gets 3 counts. Half rest. A half rest looks like a hat. It sits on top of the line, just like Abraham Lincoln's hat was on top of his head. The half rest, half hat, half, sits on top of the line. The whole rest goes below the line like a hole in the ground. So that's the difference. You'll learn a quarter rest and also what pickup notes are. That pickup notes, well, I'll explain it in the lesson. This is when the saints go marching in, lesson 8. First thing we can talk about is that last note there is a C, but it has a tie. So you hold it for 4 counts for the whole note, then there's a quarter note. So you hold that last note for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Well, not really 5, it's 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Whereas the second count, it is in the first measure. This is called a pickup. There happens to be 3 pickup notes in this case. So you're starting on beat 2. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So that is a pickup note. The time signature is 4/4. There are 4 counts to the measure, and a quarter note gets 1 beat. So the last measure and the first measure equal 4, the top number in the time signature. So we'll start on beat 2, and the first interval is a third. And the second interval from E to F, remember when you don't skip any notes, that's the interval of a second. Then you have another interval of a second. So this pattern of this occurs 3 times. Here it is again. And it happens a third time. We're on the second line now. Okay, let's stop right there because now it begins to change a little bit. So let's go over that first line one more time and start on beat 2, and then we'll continue on. A 1, C, E, F, G, 2, 3, 4, rest. Uh-oh, wait a minute. We didn't talk about that rest yet. That's a quarter rest. A quarter rest gets the same number of counts that a quarter note gets. So if a quarter note gets 1, which it does in this case, then a quarter rest also gets 1. So you don't have any sound at all for that first count. Let's start at the beginning again. 3,
4, 1. C, E, F, G. 1, 2, 3, 4. You rest for that first count. Now let's continue on with the C. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's another quarter rest. Okay, now the music begins to change a little bit. Let's hold up. You're going to descend the interval of a third. The distance between the G and the E is a third. Look, there's a white note in between there. So you have from G down to E is a third. Then you have another third. Now you're going to ascend a third. You're going up to E. The next note is down a second, which you happen to play with your fourth finger. Okay, that's a lot of information. Let's go over the second line one more time. You're going to rest, C, E, F, G, half, note, half, note, half, note, half, note. Here's a whole note. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's regroup now and start on the third line. What the heck is that? That's that half rest I was talking about. It sits above that middle line, so it's like a hat on the head, like Abraham Lincoln's hat. That means a half rest gets the same as a half note. You have measured silence for 2 counts there. So we come in 1, 2 on the third count. Okay, so now we're on E, go down to D, down to C. You have a repeated note. Now you're going up a third to E, up a third to G, repeated note, dotted half. There's another new thing right there. That's a half note with a dot behind it. The dot behind a note gives the note half again its value. So a half note gets 2. What's half of 2? 1. So obviously, so 2, you add the 1 to it, that's going to get 3 counts. A dotted half gets 3 counts. If you say it that way, it gives you the answer. Dotted half. So play the F and say either dotted half or 1, 2, 3, whichever you prefer. Play the F, which is this one right here. Ready? And dotted half. And then now we're ready to play the fourth line. There's another half rest. You come on E. You know by now that this is E right here. Then F is here, then a G. You're going down a third to E. Now you play D, that's the fourth finger. You play D again. Then you play C, which is the fifth finger. I'm purposely not giving you a lot of finger numbers here in the music. Start to read patterns, start to read the actual notes, and pretty soon these letter names in the notes, they're going bye-bye. So you really need to learn how to read these. So that last note is C, and there's that tie that we talked about. So that's the whole song. I'll play it one more time without the accompaniment track. And here it is. 3, 4, 1. E, F, G. 2, 3, 4, 1. 2, 3, 4, rest. G, E, C. D is 4. 2, 3, 4, half, rest. C is 5. E is 3. Dotted half, half, rest. G is 1, E is 3, D is 4. Okay, go grab your Mardi Gras beads and get in the mood to play Saints Go Marching In. The next lesson, we play this in a different hand position. So get in the mood any way you can here. All right, have fun.
Together you and me make perfect harmony. I hear